Hello students, I'm Madhvi Joshi, Statistics faculty from Vedanta Academy, Raichur. Today we'll be discussing the very first chapter of PUC second year, that is Vital Statistics. So Vital Statistics, the name itself says to us that vital is nothing but important. Statistics is numerical records. So, maintaining numerical records of important aspects of human beings' life. No. What are the important aspects in human beings' life? It is birth, first thing, then education, then we can say sickness, marriage, death. All these things are very much important for human beings' life. So, let us see the definition and the different types of how to collect the data and all the things in the this particular chapter. Now, definition. Vital statistics is defined as conventionally numerical records of marriages. See, I have already said to you, it's a numerical records of marriages, maintaining the numerical records of marriage, birth, sickness, deaths, by which the health and growth of a community may be studied. We might have observed health of a community is studied on the basis of how many people are sick, how many people die, how many people are born. Growth of the community can be studied with the help of how many people are born, so how the population is increasing. So keeping all the records of all these things, numerical records of all these things is nothing but. Now, how do we obtain the data about the vital statistics? There are two methods. One is registration method and the second one is census enumeration method. Registration, so we all know when a kid has been born, we register. When somebody die, they register. When someone gets married, they register. When someone takes divorce, they register. Now, even now we are observing COVID patients are getting registered. So like this, the registration will make easy availability of the data. For example, if I just want to know how many people are born in Raichur in this year, I can go to municipality and get the registrations, how many registration are there, and then collect the data. Very simple. If government want to know how many people are being born, how many people are dead, now we are actually observing every day how many people are dying because of corona. So all these things through registration only it is possible. And census enumeration method, it's a method wherein going to each and everybody's house, each and everyone's house, and then collecting the data. Usually for population, we'll be just calculating the data in this way. Population only, we are going to calculate in this way. So the two methods of obtaining vital statistics are registration method and census enumeration method. Now, population calculation. Calculation of population, this is the formula. PT is equals to P0 plus B minus D plus I minus E. See, this is a very simple thing. Estimation of population. For example, this year population I just wanted to calculate. Last year population, that is P0 plus B is number of births during the given period. D is number of deaths. So how many people dead? I is number of immigrants. E is number of emigrants. जितने लोग रायचूर में, I mean for example वो country में आए, कितने लोग वो country से गए, we have to deduct. So this way we are going to calculate measurement of population basically. Number of births are 24,500 and deaths are 14,800. And immigrants are 8,065 and emigrants are 6,000. So how do we solve this one? We'll be just solving like our P0 has been given as 1,26,300. B, that is births 24,500, deaths 14,850, immigrants 8065, and emigrants 6,000. So PT is equals to 1,26,300 plus 24,500 minus 14,850 plus 8,065 minus 6,000 is nothing but 13,000, 1,38,015. This is the population. So last year's population was 1,26,000. This year population is 1,38,015. Like this, we'll be calculating our population, estimation of population. Now, why do you think vital statistics is useful? Why do you wanted to keep the record of birth, death, marriage and all these things? They are useful in calculating these things particularly. Why do you think this is useful? Because if the birth is increasing, now we can take care about how to improve the conditions, how to decrease the population, and if deaths are increasing, reasons for that government will calculate it and then try to decrease the problems whatever are there. Marriages, with the help of registration method, we are in a position to know at what age people are getting married. Then divorce. Again, if any cases are coming in future regarding the second marriage or something like that, this will be useful. Like this will be, basically it is useful, and government will also calculate family welfare programs on the basis of these data. And in medical research also it will be used. And actuarial science means it is, what do you mean by actuarial science? Actuarial science means it is insurance. Vital statistics is very much important for insurance companies. Now, measures of fertility is our next topic. Fertility means births occurring to women of childbearing age. Woman's childbearing age means when can she deliver a baby is from 15 years age to 49 years. So, fertility means that one only. Babies born to a woman from 15 to 49 years of age. Now, fecundity means capacity of a woman to bear children. Now, is she capable of bearing the children? That one we just have to see at the fecundity means. Usually you will be getting 2 marks and 1 marks question. What do you mean by fertility? What do you mean by fecundity? Now, measures of fertility. We measure. There are 3 methods, 4 methods basically, but TFR is a extension of ASFR. So we are having CBR, crude birth rate, general fertility rate, GFR, ASFR, age specific fertility rate. All the age specific fertility rates added together into 5 is nothing but TFR. So there are 4 different methods that are. Let us go with each and every method. First method is crude birth rate. Crude birth rate is nothing but number of live births in a year divided by average population in the year into 1000. It's very easy to understand. No tough computation or something like that is there. It ignores, but demerits is female, male, everything has been added. It takes into consideration both. So that is one of the disadvantage. Now, general fertility rate. It is nothing but number of live births during a year, but here women of childbearing age, total number of women of childbearing age will be considering. So 15 to 49 women population is only considered. Okay, so it is very simple. It considers only female population of childbearing age. So fantastic fertility rate, but it does not consider age composition. That is one of the disadvantages. Age specific fertility rate. Individually, every age group, number of live births divided by total number of females in that age group. Like this will be calculating it. Very simple thing. 15 to 49 age group में 100 people are born, for example, and 10,000 is the woman population. So 100 divided by 10,000 into 1000. We'll be just calculating in this way. TFR, that is total fertility rate. 5 into sigma ASFRs. All ASFRs you have to add into 5. So individually every ASFR you have to calculate it into 5. That is your TFR. So let us calculate with this particular problem. So everything has been given: age, male population, female population, live births. What we are supposed to do it is, we have to get the totals of male population, female population and live birth. Then CBR is nothing but live births divided by average population. So live births is 1868 divided by average population means male plus female population, that is 67,206 plus 64,060, which is nothing but 1.42 is the CBR. Next, GFR. GFR is nothing but, hopefully 1.42 or not. We just calculate it and tell me if the answer is wrong. And GFR is number of live births. So live births total is same, but here female population, in the arrow mark I have shown 731 plus 7120 plus 5860 plus 9120 plus 6910. In the sense, only female population where the live births are there, that one only you should calculate. 19,840 and 7,900 we are not considering it. So GFR is nothing but 1868 divided by 29,741 into 1000, which is nothing but 62.8. Next, ASFRs. For everything you have to calculate. ASFR 0 to 14 nahi rahega because live births are not there. Then 15 to 19, we all know 212 is live birth, 7,310 is number of women. Like this we have to calculate individually. We'll be getting 29, 92, 101, 35, 745 and 11.70. So TFR is nothing but 5 into ASFR. That is, we have to add all the ASFRs from 15 to 949. Then into 5 when we do it, we'll be getting the answer. So this is your TFR calculation. Next is reproduction rates. Fertility rates are not suitable for giving an idea of rates of growth of population, because once the female, about the particular fertility rates we are studying. Next time, whether the females are born, if the females are born, again their fertility rates we have to go with it. So we have to go with the reproduction rates to consider the sex of newly born child. So calculate their survival rates also. Reproduction rates are two types: gross reproduction rate and net reproduction rate. GRR and NRR will be calling it as. So GRR is nothing but female births in age group. Individually here also we have to consider I into sigma WSFR, we should do it. And see, WSFR is nothing but woman specific fertility rate. Now see, woman specific fertility rate बोले तो क्या है? Female births, जो हमको number of live births we have done it na, in that live births how many are female? So female births divided by, in that age group, what is the female population into 1000. This is your GRR. NRR is nothing but WSFR into S. S means survival rates. Survival rate means what is the chance that the newly born girl baby, here only girl baby we are bothered, newly born girl baby is going to survive. वो जिंदा रहेगी. Okay. Now, from the following data, calculate GRR and NRR. So the things will be given, only the first 4 columns will be given: age, female population, female live birth, survival rates. We have to calculate WSFR. WSFR is nothing but female live births, that is 480 divided by 16,000 into 1000, 30. In the same way, 815 divided by 14,500 into 1000. In the same way, 650 divided by 13,000 into 1000. In the same way, 460 divided by 11,500 into 1000. Like this, we have to calculate WSFR. Then, we have to calculate WSFR into survival rate. That is 30 into 0.91, 56 into 0.9, 50 into 0.89, 40 into 0.88, 30 into 0.87, 10 into 0.86, 4 into 0.85, like this. So calculate the totals of WSFR and WSFR into yes. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, WSFR total ನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 30 plus 56 plus 50 plus 40 plus 30 plus 10 plus 4. ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಂಟು ಎಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಟೋಟಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದಾವೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ WSFR ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, GRR ಅಂದಗಳಿಗೆ I into WSFR 5 into 220 1100. 1100 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 1000 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 1.1 per woman. GRR is 1.1 per woman. Now NRR is equals to I into WSFR into S. So 977.5. So divided by 1000 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 0.9775 per woman. So in this way we have to calculate WSFR, GRR and NRR. So this is your reproduction rates. Hope you understood. We'll go with the next topic, that is mortality. Now mortality refers to, पहले हम लोग fertility बोले birth rates, now either death rates, deaths occurring in the population. Death can be because of n number of things, old age, some disease, some sickness, accidents, like that. So how do we measure the mortality rates? We are having 6 different methods. Crude death rate, age specific death rate, standardized death rates, infant mortality rate, neonatal mortality rate, maternal mortality rate. Now crude death rate, CDR, ASDR, STDR, they will be coming for 10 marks questions and 5 marks questions. IMR, NMR and MMR will be coming only for 2 marks questions. So very simple thing, IMR, NMR and MMR के लिए just remember few techniques and then we can solve the problem very easily. So we'll go with CDR. CDR is nothing but CBR में क्या था, number of births divided by average population. CDR में number of deaths divided by average population. उधर B था birth लिखे, इधर D है death लिख रहे. So death divided by average population into 1000. So in this particular problem, population, city A का population है, city B का population है, deaths are been given. So total deaths you have to calculate for city A and city B. 420 divided by 36,000 into 1000, 11.67. CDR of B is 405 divided by 32,000 into 1000. So pura total deaths divided by total population you have to calculate in this way, CDR. Okay, so CDR will be calculated in this way. Next is age specific death rates. So age specific death rates is nothing but number of deaths in specific age group divided by, as we used to solve ASFR, live births for specific age group, in the same way deaths per specific age group will be coming over here. Standardized death rates, STDR. STDR is nothing but sigma PA. We have to compare with one population to other population. For example, A city to B city. So age specific death rate of one particular city into standardized, that is standard population divided by standard population. P here is standard population. Sometimes standard population will be given separately, sometimes it will be said like in A population or B population, you can consider it as standard population. For example, let us consider this problem. City A, death rates are given. City B, population and deaths are given. So we have the, this thing. Now ASDR karna bole to what should we do? See, we are having deaths individually. 140 divided by 5000 city A ka separately into 1000. So in that particular age group, how many deaths divided by in that particular age group, what is the population? In the same way, 50 divided by 12,000 into 1000. Like this, we have to calculate ASDR first. So as we used to calculate ASFR, in the same way ASDR here we have to calculate for all. Then write the ASDRs like this. And for as it is for city A, we'll be considering it as A. Standard population in the problem has been given as 5,000, 12,000, 15,000, 4,000, 36,000. So, we have to multiply ASDR into standard population. In the sense, here 28 into 5,000 divided by 4 is nothing but 14,000. 28 into 5,000. ASDR into P. 4.17 into 12,000. 5.33 into 15,000. 37.5 into 4,000. So this is total. So we'll be just writing it as ASDR into this total. So that total divided by P ka total is 36,000. So ASDR divided by P is nothing but 11.67. Hope you understood. If not, I will repeat it again. First ASDR, how do we calculate? 140 divided by 5,000. करो calculate करो आप लोग. 140 divided by 5,000 into 1,000 is nothing but 28. So now what we are supposed to do? 28 into 5,000. So 28 into 5,000 is how much? 28 into 5,000 is how much? Actually, it is 1,40,000, right? Yeah. So 1,40,000. Then 50,000, that is 5.47 into 12,000. In this way, we have to calculate it, and ASDR total will be getting this one. This is nothing but P into A. So 4,19,990 divided by standard population 11.67. Same way we calculated for B. Even for the B, we have to calculate in this way. Now standard population will be same, but B ka population will be something different. So standard population, deaths are there. Again ASDR into standard population. So 36.25 into 5,000, 5.45 into 12,000, like this when we calculate it, PB will be getting it. PB ka total divided by 36,000. See, standard population is different. Once you can select, once you can see the question, what is standard population given? What is B population given? Then we have to calculate this one. So, city B, again we are getting 4,89,730 divided by 36,000, which is nothing but 13.6. 13.6 is the STDR of B. Now see, city A का कितना है 11.67 है, city B का कितना है 13.6 है. So what does that mean? कम लोग मर रहे city A में. So city A is healthier than city B. We have to do it in this way. This is guaranteed 10 marks question every time we have done this particular type of questions. So we have to solve n number of questions. Now it's your turn. Now it's your turn to go with solving the problems. Solve one or two problems so that you can understand. Okay. Next, infant mortality rates. Infant means small kid. Infant. So infant mortality rates means number of deaths among infants in the year divided by total number of live births. So number of live births, I mean deaths among infants. जो छोटे बच्चे हैं उसमें कितने लोग मर रहे divided by number of total number of live births. Total number of live births occurring in the year into 1000. So, problems will be given for 2 marks usually. In a locality, 10,000 live births occurred. In that, number of infant deaths were 500. So, 500 divided by 10,000 into 1000. So, this is your infants mortality rates. IMR we call it as. Same way, neonatal mortality rates. Neonatal mortality rates means, again, see, you should know the meaning of neonatal and infant. Infant means children aged less than 1 year. Neonatal means 28 days से छोटे बच्चे. तो उसमें कितने लोग मर रहे डिवाइडेड बाय कितने लोग पैदा हुए लाइव बर्थ्स इनटू 1000. So the data will be given. Usually live births are 2000 and 150 are neonatal deaths. Compute NMR. So NMR is equals to 150 divided by 2000 into 1000, which is 75. Next is maternal mortality rate. So the total number of deaths of mothers due to childbirths in a year. So अब तक छोटे बच्चे मर गए, अभी डिलीवरी होने के बाद औरत मर जाते. So how many women dead like that divided by total number of births in a year into 1000. So we'll be just going with 35 divided by 325 into 1000, which is nothing but 107.69. This is your maternal mortality. Next is your life table. Life table, it describes the mortality and survival patterns of a population. In this, 1 mark, 2 marks questions will be coming. Mortality means death. Death and survival patterns के बारे में. When we are studying that table, we call it as life table. So life table में we are having some things like cohort. Cohort means group of individuals who are born at the same time and who experience the same mortality rate. अभी PUC के बच्चे same time पे same year में पैदा हुए रहते, आपके क्लास के सब लोग nearer to this place they are born, so they are having same mortality conditions. पहले बोलते थे हम लोग like 100 years is the age of the people to be survived. Now we are saying 60 is the maximum age. So where they are born and brought up on that also the mortality conditions will be different. So cohort means a group of individuals who are born at same time. And same time doesn't mean वही time पे पैदा हुए, nearer to that time. Then radix, size of the group, size of the cohort. So कितने लोग हैं, कितना size है, 1 lakh, 2 lakh like that. Longevity is nothing but expected number of years that a newborn baby will be alive. एक छोटा बच्चा पैदा हुआ, कितने साल तक पैदा होने, जिंदा होने के chances है. That is your longevity. Yeah. So life table, इसमें क्या है? So the 0, 10 people are born at the age of at particular thing. After 1 year, only 9 are there. So what does that mean? एक बच्चा मर गया. Then after 2 years, only 7 are there. 2 बच्चे मर गए. After 3 years, again only 5 are there. So 2 बच्चे मर गए. So we have to say that this is the radix basically. And then dx is nothing but we just have to calculate 10 minus 9. कितने बच्चे मर गए? 1. 9 minus 7. कितने बच्चे मर गए? 2. 7 minus 5. 2. So we have to write like this for dx. Then qx is nothing but 1 by lx. That is 1 divided by 10. कितने लोग हैं इधर? dx divided by lx. dx is 1 divided by lx is 10. So 1 divided by 10, 0.1. 2 divided by 9, 0.22. 2 divided by 7, 0.28. Then px. Px is nothing but 1 minus qx. So 1 minus 1 by 10, which is nothing but 9 by 10. In the same way, 1 minus 0.22. Then 1 minus 0.28. So we'll be getting px values. Then capital Lx. Capital Lx is nothing but 10 plus 9 divided by 2. Yani ki small lx plus 1 divided by 2. Then 9 plus 7. 16 by 2. 8. Then 7 plus 5. 12 by 2. That is 6. Then capital Tx. Capital Tx is nothing but, how do we calculate capital Tx? Capital Tx is nothing but, we will calculate this particular thing as add करते जाने का है हमको, नीचे से add करते आना. 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 9.5 is 23.5. So we have to add the total people from down. 6 plus 14, 8, 14, 14 plus 9.5 is 23.5. Then we have to calculate our expected Ex. Ex is nothing but Tx divided by small lx. So 23.5 divided by 10, 14 divided by 9, 6 divided by 7. So we'll be calculating average number of people expected to live. So this is the way in which we are supposed to calculate life table, mortality table we call it as. So we are having Lx, small lx, a chota hai first one, small lx, dx, qx, that is mortality rate, px, survival rate, then capital Lx, then tx, then ex, that is expectation of life. So this is the way in which you have to solve. There will be number of problems on the basis of this. You are not being asked a table or something like that. There will be given some things like, I'll just tell you. For example, in a table, if L1 is equals to 95,400 and L2 is equals to 93,492. Find D1, maybe the question. So how do you calculate D1? D1 is equals to L1 minus L2. That is 95,400 minus 93,492. That is, you'll be getting D1 as 1,908. Like this, you'll be getting the problems. Okay? Fine. Thank you. Hope you understood. If you're not understanding, please tell me where you're not understanding so that I can clear your doubts. Easy. Thank you.